Hello everyone, I lost my powered BZX, and welcome to Tierlist Sundayum. I didn't have power yesterday, so Tierlist Sunday was moved to Monday, which is not a game, which means it should be in my SMDBZX production channel, but this one has more subscribers, so why would I do that? Joining me, as per normal, is my bud, my pal, my compadre. I'm gonna rip his throat out after this. Davish, how you doing?
Oh, hello.
You cannot call him Davish though, because only I can do that. You will be banned from the comments if you do.
I didn't hear any of what you just said.
You really didn't?
No, my computer's been having some issues.
Okay, well, you don't have to worry about it. Basically, I just did an intro. That's all.
Okay.
I made a joke
Oh,
about
it's just like the last video. Still no intro from my POV.
Yep. Is that gonna be a thing? Is that a thing with tier list
Yeah.
Monday?
Yeah, we're not allowed to have an intro. Not a proper one.
Monday.
Not one that.
Monday.
We're allowed to have an intro, but it's not allowed to go right apparently, because the last one was just a chaotic, and this one was my internet switching over to Ethernet for some reason.
Today's episode, if my power doesn't run out before we're done, which we're approaching,
The timer's ticking.
We are getting close to that time limit to where I was waiting for power to come back on, so we'll see. Dragon Ball transformations, even though the Kaioken is here. Honestly,
That's not a transformation. That's a skill.
Should we?
There's also
Okay, should we put? We'll talk about Kaioken when we get there.
Well, UI's also here. That's not a transformation either.
We'll talk about that one as well. Okay. First, Uzaru. How do you feel about the Uzaru? Give me your thoughts here. The Great Ape. The giant monkey form.
Timing is perfect. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. In terms of Z, because most of these, if not all of these, were introduced in Z and beyond. You know, Z, Super, and GT.
Except for the Great Ape, yeah. All of them were
Yeah.
introduced.
I'm not quite sure how I feel about Great Ape. Like, it's a neat, like, transformation, I guess, but I feel like at the same time it's only got so many uses.
Okay. I kind of feel the same. A lot of people look up to this form because it's the OG transformation, kind of like how Super Saiyan is the OG Super Saiyan form. Uzaru is the OG just transformation in general. It's the first one in the series. However,
yeah.
Well, I don't like Dragon Ball as much as Dragon Ball Z, or GT. GT's actually my favorite in the series. Aside from Z.
I feel that. Dragon Ball is pretty boring.
I honestly feel like all of the Uzaru's moments are underwhelming. Like, the fight between Goku and Master Roshi, I think would have been better if it weren't for the Great Ape.
Yeah.
And then no one likes the Pilaf saga. After that, it doesn't come back, if you're adding canon, until Gohan transforms, which is where the shot is from.
Yeah.
And then Piccolo blows up the moon.
That's when he's on the plateau.
Mm-hmm. Honestly,
or mountain, whatever you want to call it.
It's really only used to create and blow up moons. That's all it's really been used for.
Yeah.
So honestly, this might be good for the C list, the C tier list, because we don't hate it, but we don't like it, and that's kind of what we want.
Yeah.
So, nothing.
It's not a bad form. Like it definitely is like a useful form. It's just the way it's used. I feel like it wasn't used in a way it should. No.
It becomes useful once we get to this latter half of the transformations.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Your favorite down there.
Or Super Saiyan 3, we can get that in just a minute. Next. Yep. Kaioken. Now there's two ways we can go about this. We can either actually tier it, or we can just make F tier not a transformation.
I'm gonna be honest here. I was gonna put it in F tier because that's not a transformation. That's a technique. But I have nothing here. It's I'm gonna put it in E. Just like ignoring the fact that it is a technique. It's got its uses. It's cool, but its downside is.
So are we looking at this as how much we like it or how useful the form is?
I would say useful and kind of both.
If we're talking about usefulness, Goku's use of it isn't very good because of just his biology. However, in terms of narrative, I think it's really good. The fact that, you're right, it's not a transformation, but it's a drawback. It brings this...
Yeah.
If you don't know Dragon Ball, it brings this narrative tension. Because Kaioken, you're like, oh, like, the first time you use it, King-Kai says, don't go over a double. And then you hear, ×3! And you're like, oh, he's going over a double. King-Kai said not to do that. And his body just bulks up and gets ripped apart. After that, though, like, we get into the Namek Saga, and at that point, like, he uses Kaioken. But at least the way the anime explains it, he has such mastery over it that you don't see him using it. The Kaioken times 20 was also pretty cool, but it had no effect. So, basically, it's only
got a limit to how useful it is.
Yeah, basically it's only used, at least the normal Kaioken, which, by the way, if we're having Kaioken and Blue Kaioken, where's Super Kaioken?
Wait. Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
I guess we missed one. But yeah, after the Saiyan
Saga,
though, it really wasn't useful.
Yeah.
As cool as it was, there was the movies, like the Lord Slug movie, which we're coming up against next. Goku did if we're following along with a certain possible misdub line, but possibly not, Kaioken times 100 against Slug. But it was literally only there for one attack. So
yeah,
I think it's a deep.
And
I think it's a. I'm gonna say C. That's because I love it narratively, but it is not useful. Like, Goku does not use it very well at all.
No, like I feel like there are better.
Okay, maybe
honestly, I feel like
either low
using
C,
it
low C or high D. We can move it depending on where we put points.
I feel like in terms of use of Kaioken, I feel like he should have used it kind of how he used Blue and the Tournament of Power, where he tapped into it for a second and then switched it off.
Yeah, they did that in the manga as well.
Like use it for a quick sec. Maybe get a couple hits in and then switch it off so it doesn't damage him too much.
Right. Also, I'm going on the assumption here because, just because I'm seeing only anime here. Are we going to follow the manga and the anime? Or, well, it only really applies to Dragon Ball Super forms, but are we going to?
Yeah, I myself, am gonna be following the anime because I haven't gotten through the manga yet. I'm still on the first volume because I've been really busy, as you know.
Right, okay.
Doing my own stuff.
I guess I can just give myself my own.
I mean, you can do both. I don't mind.
I'll explain my explanation. You can give me your thoughts on it. But yeah. So, C or high D or low C, bottom of C or top of D. I think that's where Kaioken belongs.
I would say top of D.
Again, we can change it depending on how many forms are in
here.
But if we want to keep Uzaru as that mid, then that's good. False Super Saiyan.
False Super Saiyan.
So I'm actually going to bring up another form.
Okay.
So first we gotta talk. We're gonna use this as two: False Super Saiyan and a form called Saiyan Power, which it doesn't really matter on the tier list, but I want to bring it up in Dragon Ball GT and during the fillers arc where Super Kaioken came in. Isn't here.
Yeah. Oh well.
Goku hair spikes up. His hair spikes up, or it turns golden, but his hair stays black. Goku in GT and in that filler arc, because GT is actually a sequel to Z, not the Dragon Ball manga, Goku is able to access the power of a Super Saiyan, or at least part of it, in his base form.
Yeah.
And I feel like False Super Saiyan here is like an incomplete version of that. Where he's accessing the power of a Super Saiyan, but he cannot access it all the way.
I kind of see that as like he's partially like he's able to tap into some of that power, but not all of it. Like it's the rest of it's still closed off to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite like he kind of like he's quite not cannot English today. He's not quite ready for it.
That is the fan interpretation, at least. Actually,
yeah.
Fun fact, that's supposed to be normal Super Saiyan. The Lord Slug movie came out a week before the episode where normal Super Saiyan was introduced. The movie makers were trying to outdo the anime. But because Toriyama never gave them design notes, they didn't quite know what it was like. So really,
that's why we have Full Super Saiyan.
Yeah, really, this is supposed to be just normal Super Saiyan. But
technically, Super Saiyan.
It's false because it's not the real thing. Honestly, it's kind of like the Great Ape and the Kaioken. We only see it for like, I think a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't last very long.
But in those couple minutes, it's super cool. I like the design. It looks like it actually looks like you're trying to turn into a Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Like I could see that.
It's also a movie. Like correct me if I'm wrong. In terms of the anime, it's a movie-only form. It's only in Slug movie.
Yeah, it's only in Lord Slug. But I also really like just other effects, like when he grabs Lord Slug's fist and it gets covered in his aura, and like that's what happens wherever he hits Slug. Honestly,
I would say this is honestly top of C at the lowest.
I would put it in B tier, just because it's really cool, but it doesn't have enough screen time to warrant A or Z.
Yeah.
So B list. So we have B, C, and D. So we're getting somewhere.
Did you do Z as the top because Dragon Ball Z?
It was just already there, but
I doubt you sometimes. But
in Dragon Ball, Z is generally considered the top.
Yeah.
And next we have the
all these other forms we have Super Saiyan.
The Joseph Joestar of Super Saiyan. How about that?
Yeah, because it comes up a lot throughout the series, just like.
But is only useful one time. Is only useful one time. I think it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it's.
So.
You know.
I'll let you say your thoughts first.
I like the original Super Saiyan transformation. You know, it's kind of. You know, Frieza's finally kind of pushed him to the limit in a way that has. Even though, you know, False Super Saiyan is a movie-only transformation, I kind of see it as Frieza pushed him over that limit that he wasn't able to reach while fighting Slug by killing Krillin, right? Fact-checking?
Shooting Piccolo in the nipple and then blowing Krillin up, yes.
Okay, fact checks are always good. You're the master here. Again, you know, I see it as him pushing him over the edge. Goku finally reaching his limit and letting his true Saiyan blood run through his body. Like, yes, he's a Saiyan throughout the whole series, but I feel like this is almost his first, like, minus his Ozaru transformation, his first moment as a true Saiyan. You know, letting his rage run. Or his rage out.
Right.
And we're just gonna hope I'm remembering the anime correctly, because
been a hot
You know, yeah, that and, 5 minutes, 30 episodes later.
Yeah,
Frieza can tell time.
The fight is 4 hours long altogether. If you will just give me 1 minute here. Alright, I have quickly stopped the old recording and started a new one just in case I run out of power. It's been 22 minutes. It's kind of sus.
Nice.
So going on with my thoughts here. Narratively, yes. Super Saiyan is debatably the best form here.
It's got a lot of
uses.
uses.
This point, Goku had been confronted by the Saiyans, shown that he is not human. And then he learned about his grade 8 power he didn't know before because he always blacked out.
Yeah, he didn't remember it, much like Gohan.
He was told a giant monkey monster appeared, but he didn't know. And then during the fight with Vegeta, it finally clicks. He finally has to acknowledge he's a Saiyan, because that form is the form he killed his grandpa in. That tainted blood is in his blood. He is that tainted blood. But he has to accept it. But he doesn't. He trains hard. He uses the Kaioken, his techniques, his human teaching. But then, Vegeta dies. And he tells Kakarot, you have to fight him like a Saiyan. You have to be a Saiyan.
Yeah,
Goku tries his best not to. Like, he tells Frieza, he's like, I'm going to avenge the Saiyans and all of the Namekians you killed. Like, he acknowledges that he is a Saiyan, but he does not accept it. And then after,
it's not fully a part of him yet.
He accepts it, but he does not. He acknowledges it, but he doesn't accept it. It's like, it's like having a step-parent. You acknowledge they're your step-parents, but you don't have to like them. Which if for some reason my stepmother or my siblings see this, I do enjoy accept my stepmother, guys.
Hi.
Hi there.
Just hi.
This is my best friend David. We're basically clones of each other. It's actually kind of crazy.
It's terrifying, actually.
Anyway, and then after Krillin dies, it just finally breaks. He doesn't care. That Saiyan blood overtakes him. You can actually see throughout the fight, it's the first time his Saiyan instincts kicked in. King Kai is yelling at him, do not let him power up. And Goku's like, no, I want to beat him when he's at his full power. I'm getting excited.
Yeah, which is the Saiyan way, more or less.
In which
wanting a true fight.
He always gave fighters a second chance and let them get stronger. But that was just because of his morals.
Plus, Goku likes a true fight. Like with Vegeta. That fight. He lets Vegeta go, more or less. I mean, Vegeta's beaten up and has lost his tail, but he let him go because he wants to fight him again later down the road when he's stronger and when Vegeta is stronger.
Right.
Because he's found an opponent that can keep up with him.
Unfortunately,
minus Piccolo, of course.
When we look past the Frieza fight, Trunks' demonstration was pretty cool. Because Vegeta hyped it up as a only one in a million years. So another Super Saiyan popped up, was like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
And then...
And I kind of see that as, like, that kind of pushed Vegeta more to become a Super Saiyan. Like,
this random
it's possible for more than one.
This random kid popped up as a Super Saiyan before him, even though going by the timeline, technically afterwards. So good job, Vegeta. You were actually the second Super Saiyan. Good job. Kudos.
Yeah, more or less.
You were not the third wheel. You were still the second. As for you forever will be.
I think it would have been great if Gohan got Super Saiyan before Vegeta.
It would be great.
More insult to injury there.
But and then transformation against Android 19, amazing. That yell, his body just pumps up. It was good. It was juicy. I don't know if you remember that transformation, but it was in my mind. And then Goku lost to a heart virus, which wasn't the fault of Super Saiyan. I don't think this really befell Super Saiyan. I think this was more of the heart attack. However, even if it wasn't...
Heart attack 1, Goku 0.
Even if it wasn't the start of the fall, it was the viewing class.
A factor. It was a factor in it.
It was the opening of the gate. Vegeta got bodied. He bodied Android 19, but he's a clown. He did, literally.
He's a joke.
Vegeta got bodied. Trunks got bodied after destroying Frieza. Someone who were like, holy shit. No, Frieza.
No, Frieza's strong. His like, dad is also strong.
And then Trunks one-shotted them. We're like, holy shit. And then Goku blocked
Trunks cut him up like they were onions.
Yeah, Goku blocked his sword with one finger. And we were like, holy shit. Like, what? Goku, you are so much stronger. And then these androids just come around, casually kick Vegeta's ass, block Trunks' sword and break it. And we're like, oh, you said they were strong, but holy sh. And then, that was the last usage of Super Saiyan.
Yeah, like it.
In battle.
It shows up. Yeah, like it does show up later on.
No,
like
okay, the only other time normal Super Saiyan is used, and it's debatable, is with the Universe 6 Saiyans. Trunks and Goten have mastered Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess you could say
there's
Bardock,
also...
But...
Yeah, well, I was also thinking Goku's fight with Cell.
That's also
I feel like that's
Super Saiyan.
kind of... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking it was the form as a whole.
Yeah, well, technically, these next three forms are Super Saiyan. I can explain that in just a minute. But
yeah.
Anyways, let's Super Saiyan on A tier.
I honestly I agree with you because it's got a cool start. It's got some uses afterwards.
The
but
narrative is amazing. The start of it is amazing. Yeah. It looks iconic, but nowadays it's a disgrace. It's a joke. You look at Super Saiyan like, ha! Oh, look at that, a Super Saiyan. Isn't that funny? He thinks the cute little monkey thinks Super he's Saiyan. Intimidating. Oh. I guess we can talk about the movies real quick, just quickly. Goku got bodied in each of them as a Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Super Android 13?
Cooler movie. The first one. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Goku became...
both of them.
Jesus and revived a bird, but aside from that, like, that stare...
Both of them as a Super Saiyan, he gets freaking bodied.
Yeah, but that was basically just the Frieza movie all over again. Only cooler.
Yeah.
And a lot shorter.
And then, Super Android 13, which I guess is Mastered Super Saiyan, isn't it?
No, it's normal Super Saiyan, actually.
Oh, it's normal Super Saiyan? Oh, okay. He, again, gets bodied.
Yeah, the Spirit Bomb thing was cool, but that was more of the Spirit Bomb rather than Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
And that is the last time we see him, because after that's the Broly movie, which takes place right before the Cell games.
Which is Mastered Super Saiyan.
Yep.
Not normal.
Mm-hmm.
So
still A tier.
To a form I don't like.
So this is Super Saiyan Grade 2 Ascended Super Saiyan.
Also Buff Super Saiyan. It goes by a few.
Oh, that's Trunks. Well, okay, Buff Super Saiyan, Steroid Super Saiyan.
Yeah, depending on who's using it.
Angsty teen throwing a temper tantrum. There we go.
Not being good enough.
Anyway, Super Vegeta. It was cool, like the introductory. We were like, holy sh! You can surpass Super Saiyan. I mean, they were leading up to it, but we had no idea what it would be. But it really is. None of the Super Saiyan forms are really too extraordinary, or at least Super Saiyan 2. But we can get to that later.
Yeah.
I like the form. In terms of design, you can tell it's an ascension, but it's not too over the top with the muscles.
Yeah.
It's clearly going for a theme here, but it's in that in-between where it's not too much, but it's enough to look cool.
It's kind of, it's that extra little boost that was helpful in the moment, but really wasn't.
Yeah, it was only good for that one fight, if you can even call it that, because one moment Vegeta's slapping Cell's... He's slapping Cell so hard, he's talking out of his ass. And which is something he would know all about. Shout out to Team 4-Star.
So your Vegeta's showing.
He's getting his spine broken.
Yeah.
Now, we did have the Final Flash, however, that is not attributed to Super Saiyan, to Super Vegeta.
Yeah, and to be fair, he missed. More or less.
Well, Cell dodged.
Effort.
Cell's a liar, so it's his fault.
Yeah. So where do you want Vegeta's? Where do you think we should put Vegeta's interpretation of it? Because
Trunks, we only seen him use it once, and that was like the punch the shit out of second form.
And even then,
in the manga,
Cell wasn't trying.
In the manga,
if I remember
that's the
correctly.
only time they use those ones.
If I remember correctly, Cell wasn't even trying when fighting Trunks. Like he was just letting Trunks get hits in. Or was that after?
Yeah, he was just doing it for the fun. My theory is he was using the same power he used against Vegeta and slowly powered up the Trunks' level.
I can see that.
That's my theory.
Well, he's got Saiyan DNA in him, so that would make some sense.
But Super Vegeta.
Cell, your monkey's showing.
Honestly, I'd place him below Kaioken.
Yeah. I honestly.
I like the design, but it doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna put it D.
I put it below Kaioken. It isn't like full Super Saiyan where every minute it was there, it was badass. You know,
yeah.
Super Vegeta is kind of eh. You can honestly forget it's there.
Yeah, I did the. This is going ahead, but I did the same thing with. I'm not sure the technical name of the form. The buff Super Saiyan that Trunks uses.
Super Saiyan Grade 3 or Ultra Super Saiyan. I place it. Honestly, well, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna place it at the bottom of D because
I don't know, I see its use, but it slows him down, so it's not really worth it.
I place it above Super Vegeta because of the form. While I don't like the bulky muscles as much, if you pay attention to what the form is and compare it to Broly, Trunks, he doesn't get any taller. Like, his muscles just expand. Or Broly, his muscles expand to quadruple. And I like that little detail. I don't know if it was intentional, but it is a small detail. And you can see it's more like Trunks, where Broly is actually increasing his muscles. It's like Trunks is just filling his muscles with air.
Yeah.
And that air is slowing him down. However,
or even not really air, but like just filling it with just kind of just a solid in general that would weigh him down. I was gonna say water, but like, actually, I guess that would make sense.
I like the fight. It is very visually pleasing, even on the manga. I think it's only like, I think it's like 5 panels long. I think. It's something super short, but
but it's only used the one time, and it's only useful the one time.
Yeah, it's also, well, no, it's used one more time, or 2 more times. We can go into that. But
useful.
It also shows Trunks' inexperience.
Yeah.
Which, unlike with Super Vegeta with Final Flash, only Trunks uses this form in this context, and it shows how inexperienced he is. So I feel like that's something we can attribute to the form.
Yeah.
And Trunks learns from this. So if you remember, in Dragon Ball Super Anime, Trunks uses this form against Vegeta to be like, yeah, come at me, Dad. And then just as Vegeta's about to hit him, turns back to a Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan 2, one of the two, dodges the attack and counters.
2, I believe.
Yeah, and I thought, wow, that's really cool. Like, the way they call it
that.
And they call Caulifla using it to turn into power, but it's Caulifla.
Yeah.
I'm okay with her having Super Saiyan 2. Hell, even Super Saiyan 3. But
yeah,
I want to see her work.
Not just, you know, I got a tingly feeling in my back, and suddenly I'm able to go Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2.
Yo, you should get that disease looked at, man.
It could just be a really bad itch. Like, what if she was just really itchy?
I don't know. Okay, Mastered Super Saiyan.
Mastered. Yes. I don't know what to say about this. Like, it's not really.
Okay, narratively, I like it. It's it is Super Saiyan Grade 4 / Full Power Super Saiyan / Mastered Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
But aside from the hair color, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, it's essentially just Super Saiyan
like,
with
honestly,
more control.
Honestly,
I don't think it should be a. Honestly,
see,
I would
the thing.
say
Narratively, it makes sense for this form to exist.
Yeah.
So I don't want to place it in E.
No.
Well, okay, well, no, I guess that's what F's for. Okay, I'll place it in E. F is for, like, this shouldn't even fucking exist. E.
Yeah, I'm looking at that form right now.
E is,
Mind, I'm not thinking of another.
Being, quote, mastered Super Saiyan is only relevant to the Cell games. It's never brought up again. And
yeah.
Including the whole stamina thing. Where they're like, oh, I don't even need a D form anymore yet. That never comes back up again.
No. Like, it's mentioned once, and that's like it.
Of Super Saiyan. Or not even that.
The later. Like, so actually, if you look at the image for Super Vegeta, and then look at the image for Master Super Saiyan, it's the same hair shade. Like, it might be slightly different.
Yeah.
Like a slightly lighter shade.
So the hair shade thing might not even be a thing for Master Super Saiyan. It might just be style change.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could also just be the change in animation style throughout the anime. Because like if you watch through all of Z, you can see the evolution of the animation style.
Yeah.
You know, like you watch.
One of the reasons I hate the Saiyan saga is because I do not like that animation.
Yeah, like so you watch all the way through. You know, you watch his fight with Raditz, and then you go watch the.
Like even if you compare Goku from each of the sagas, you can see the difference in art style.
Yeah, like you watch him fight Raditz, and then you watch him in the World Martial Arts Tournament during or is it technically just before the Buu Saga? The Ultimate Tenkaichi that takes place.
The one where Gohan gets jumped.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess technically Gohan and Videl.
Technically, right before.
Yeah. I think it's considered its own like little mini arc, isn't it? Because it's a couple episodes at least.
Yeah, the World Tournament arc.
Because there's like the episodes following
where they're training.
Goten and Trunks'
the time that they're training is also counted. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else we can say about this one. And to move on, I'm just gonna start another new recording real quick.
Still worked.
Okay.
Let's go.
Next is Broly. Oh wait, no, that's later down the timeline. This is
Broccoli.
Kakarot.
The only word he knows.
But
he's slow, but he gets it.
Well, I'm gonna hit you with this one. F. What do you think?
Yeah. Like I think part of it is it's too much power for him. He doesn't have control over it.
Yeah, here's the thing, okay? And honestly, I know that it's technically a different form, but I'm gonna skip ahead. Dragon Ball Super Broly, also F. In my opinion, they're basically the same fucking form. Like,
I would say bottom of E. Just because, like, yes, Broly is out of control in the Super Broly movie, but it feels like he has more control than he did in the older movie.
That's a character motive, though.
Well, like, through like, having to control his power.
If we're looking at this at a... If we're gonna look at this
too many perspectives.
If we're gonna be looking at this at a... more of a, usefulness, then yeah, E tier, but I put him in F because these forms.
I would say top of E then, or top, not top of E, top of F for Super Broly. Just mostly for me, just because of the control thing.
Okay, E. F. I'm gonna keep F for legendary for original Broly. But with original Broly, I don't like him. I don't like his form. Like it's too much.
Yeah.
Like it is too much. The green hair does not look good. I don't like the idea of the legendary Super Saiyan, to be honest, because that's what Super Saiyan was.
Yeah, it's the legend.
Like I know that it was dumbed. The legend was dumbed down. But
yeah,
if that's legendary Super Saiyan, what is normal Super Saiyan? It's a mutation. But you're telling me that there's a mutation of a mutation that rarely ever appears as it is?
Yeah, my other thought behind it is like,
okay, so now that
why does his dad not have it?
Talking about it more, I guess it's like an access gene. You know, like sometimes grandparents' eyes. Dragon Ball Super Broly, his legendary form kind of went on through every one of his forms. It was more of
plus
his genes affecting his power, whereas legendary Super Saiyan is just the form and makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, like Super Broly, he kind of works through it. It gets up to it. He doesn't just jump straight to legendary. You know, he doesn't jump to, well, it's not full power, but like, you know, overpowering.
There is one thing I will say.
He's still an F, but
I honestly prefer, in terms of power scaling, I do prefer original Broly. Just because with legendary Super Saiyan, or full power Super Saiyan, that's Super Broly's form.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say his like Zenkai boost.
Yeah.
It's a trait of him being the legendary Super Saiyan, so I guess you could count it. You maybe could not. So I'm gonna push Super Broly at top of E. Z Broly at F doesn't need to exist. And since we skipped to Super Broly, since they're basically the same form, I think it's safe to say we go to the Ikari, aka Broly's human grade 8 form. It's also called the Rage form.
Ikari. Is it the golden grade 8 that I'm looking at?
No. It's golden grade 8. Broly's other form.
Wait. Oh. The other very obvious legendary Super Saiyan look on here.
So, honestly, I placed
this is also from the original one, right?
What, the Ikari form?
Yeah.
Just making sure we have the same thing. It's the Super Broly with like the green aura around him. He looks like he's in his base form.
Wait. Okay, the image, you only see like chest up.
Yeah, chest up, he has his collar on, he has a green aura around him, there's water in the background. That's a collar.
Wait. I think I'm lost here again. Okay, so we have Super Broly.
Hold on.
Dragon Ball Super Broly with his armor on. That's an E tier. Right?
That's Ikari Broly.
Okay, that's Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yes, that's the one we were talking about.
Okay, then I have forms in the wrong places then.
Z Broly, I put in F tier. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, I put below Full Power Super Saiyan. An E tier. What else do you have? We did Full Power Super Saiyan Goku, Mastered Super Saiyan.
I put Super Broly, aka Ikari Broly, above Master Super Saiyan, because I'm going to be honest, I was a little confused.
The one where he has the power of a great ape in his base form. That's what that is. That's what Ikari Broly is. Okay.
Then there's the other two images of what I'm assuming is both Broly.
Okay. Here, take a snippet. Okay?
I mean,
So, GIF and an image. That is a Akari Broly.
Yes.
Okay.
There's also Broly from the original movie where he's got the red. I honestly drawing a blank on what that is around his waist.
I don't know, but the original Z Broly, I put him in F.
Yeah.
And then Dragon Ball
the
Dragon Ball Super Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, I put below Master Super Saiyan just because I don't like that look at that one.
Yeah, I feel that. The other Legendary Super Saiyan image, that's not Broly, right? It is really hard to tell. I'm also very blind.
There's only two Legendary Super Saiyans. What are you talking about?
I have 3 images of green hair. Well, green hair and green aura.
What?
There's Akari Broly from Super. There's the F tier.
Okay.
And then there's the image, I want to say is probably in your bottom row. After, I want to say it's UI. Or Mastered UI, or Design UI.
The green-haired Broly after MUI. Right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I can't tell if that's Broly or if that's the fusion.
Show me your screen. Show me your screen.
Oh, here. I could not copy this image. Okay. Wow, I do not. I'm gonna be honest. I know how to use the snip tool, but I don't remember how to. Okay. Do you see a black screen?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
You see it now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
okay.
Broly.
This image.
That is Broly.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna show this Broly right here. This is what he was confused about. That is Legendary Super Saiyan for Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Okay. I see that now. I'm very blind.
The black hair one
is Akari.
Is Akari. I personally place that above C. I like above Uzaru, the normal Uzaru, because it plays on everything the Uzaru did, but it brings it back and it puts it into a condensed form, making it useful.
Wait. Oh god, which one? Akari?
Yes.
Okay.
We are talking about
Akari.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
My brain is running on nothing.
Akari Broly.
So hot in here.
Is Uzaru, but in human form.
Yeah.
So therefore, I think it's above the Uzaru form, just because it is literally a straight upgrade.
And it's more useful for him too. And we're no longer confused. Yay!
Yeah.
For now.
This is why we don't skip sections.
Yeah.
And since we've done 3 transformations again, I'm going to restart the recording. That's what I'm doing. Every 3 transformations, I restart.
Every 3?
Yeah, every 3. Restarting the recording.
Yeah, you did. Okay. I was thinking about that. Like, yeah, we did. We did do that.
Yeah, 2 legendary Broly's and then a card. Next, Super Saiyan 2. Now, this one's complicated.
The form with what? 1 use?
Okay. So, the emotional build-up, I honestly think is greater for its first time use than Super Saiyan. The fight was mediocre. I do not like Cell versus Gohan. It's one of my least favorite fights. It's very debated. People hate me on that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a very one-sided fight.
Okay, so because the narrative directly affects this form, Gohan beforehand was doing nothing but dodging. He hit Cell once, but he refused to fight.
Yeah.
And then when he turned Super Saiyan 2,
Gohan dodging is a shock.
He was completely pretty much nut tapping Cell.
Yeah.
Like he left him at like a nut tap of health. He regenerated and then he did it again. And
well, I mean, to be fair, he punched Cell so hard an android popped out.
For me, a good Dragon Ball fight is when it's back and forth.
Yeah, not
like,
one-sided.
If you have a little bit of an advantage at one point, that's good. That's good. That's great.
Goku and Vegeta.
It was one-sided the whole time. Yeah, Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
That is a great example. I
like
love
they go back and forth.
If it weren't for the animation, I would have loved it. It would be in my top 10.
I feel that.
And then Super Saiyan, the look of it for Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is great. Now
Agreed.
the problem is once we move past Gohan, if we just look at Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan, I might put that as Z tier.
Yeah, but if we look past it, does it ever get used again?
So Majin Vegeta, or Prince of Destruction Vegeta, as he's called. Majin Vegeta, Evan. Super Saiyan 2
Wait,
Goku.
why is Majin... Oh wait, Majin was technically Techni? Or no?
It's Bobity's like M, the M on your forehead.
Yeah, it's not a transformation per se. It's more of a power up.
Yeah, it's more like a power up. It's like drinking. It's like getting a Zenkai boost.
Yeah.
Except we don't know if it's permanent or not. That's something that was never confirmed. Anyway, so Gogu Vegeta was Super Saiyan 2, and it was cool. You could actually see they were Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
Gohan is debatable. I'm talking about adult Gohan. He might have Super Saiyan 2. It's another reason the form is kind of shafted. It gets really hard to tell when people are Super Saiyan 2.
Because when it comes to Super Saiyan 2, it's Super Saiyan with the little bits of like lightning.
Yeah, it looks almost
quote unquote lightning effects.
Insane, which is its problem.
Yeah, so like there's instances after this fight where they could be in Super Saiyan 2, but we would never know because it looks the exact same.
In Dragon Ball Super, they did a pretty good job differentiating it.
Yeah.
But by then, it's already been shafted so much.
Or by then, you know, we've had three
God, Blue. If you want to add GT, Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 2 didn't even appear in GT, except for a split second in one fight and in the intro of the Japanese.
Yeah.
That's how forgettable it is.
Anyways,
against Kid Buu, it was pretty great, but Kid Buu was just messing with him the whole time.
To be similar situation of Trunks and Cell is like
it's a situation
just kind of messing with them.
And Super Saiyan, you know, was
making
great, but since then it's just been shafted and a joke.
Yeah, well, eventually,
so if we're using
it has
that
its
logic,
uses.
That Super Saiyan is A tier because of its starting. I say it's below Super Saiyan at A tier.
I agree to that because it's a cool form, but it's Super Saiyan with electricity, and it caused a really one-sided fight. Whereas like Goku and Frieza, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't one-sided.
Well,
like there were times where it was pretty one-sided, but
Frieza had the advantage in his base.
Yeah.
And then Goku was beating him up. He had the advantage, and then they became even, which is why I'm okay with that fight. But then Frieza started losing power due to his rock form.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this is every Saiyan transformation. I don't know if I specified this at the beginning. I think I might have said every Dragon Ball transformation. Which again,
I won't know until I watch the video because
Kaioken is not a Saiyan transformation or a transformation, but whatever. Anyway,
yeah.
But if we're using the argument that Super Saiyan is A tier because of how good it started and it slowly became worse, Super Saiyan 2 is just that, but it happens a lot faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Super Saiyan 3.
This is debatably probably my second favorite form. I love Super Saiyan 3.
Super Saiyan 3 for me is really memorable in the sense of like Goku showing it off and like
first of all,
you know, it's showing like affecting the environment from him powering up.
It looks like an ascension. It's a bit much.
He loses his eyebrows though.
It looks like an ascension.
It's the no eyebrow form.
Yeah, it looks like an ascension. And unlike with Super Saiyan 2, you can clearly see it's Super Saiyan 3. Toriyama got Super Saiyan 3 Super Saiyan 3. It's how forgetful Super Saiyan 2 is. Toriyama forgets. Honestly, same.
Yeah, he does.
Toriyama. Hit me up.
I honestly
And
like quick placement from me, I would say almost either above or behind Super Saiyan.
Okay, so here's my thing.
Because of its
Saiyan 3,
downside.
okay, in terms of a form, yes, it's not meant for long forms of combat.
No.
And in fact, it was only obtainable by Goku in Otherworld and Gotenks at Fusion. Which
those are the only two characters I get out. Too.
Really tells you how exhausting this form is. Well, in canon, in Dragon Ball Heroes,
yeah.
Everyone gets the form. But
yeah, true. Like, I mean, I guess technically, Kefla as a fusion possibly could have turned into it if they had more time with the other forms, but
honestly,
I don't think
using the tingly back bullshit. Probably.
Yeah, again, it's the same thing with like Goten and Trunks. They only achieve that form because they're fused. Alone, they wouldn't be able to achieve it.
Yeah, so like it's a really hard form to attain, and I like that. I like that it's the drawback. Same with the Kaioken, it adds to that form. It's like
it's
okay.
The energy drain and stamina drain, right?
Super Saiyan is Super Saiyan 2, yeah. The energy drain and stamina drain. Unlike Super Saiyan 1
it
2,
really hits.
Yeah, it has a narrative like, ooh, okay, I'm putting my cards down on the table.
Yeah, like
this is the last resort, you know, until he gets.
Yeah, like that form runs out, and the fight's not over. It's probably about to be over.
Out. You use that form, and it runs out. The fight is over.
Not in a good way.
Unless you got your handy-dandy Vegeta to be your meat shield for a couple minutes.
Odd, he is.
He is. But
depending on the anime.
yeah. The problem is the usage of Super Saiyan 3. It does not get anything done.
No.
In the main series. So we're gonna ignore the movies for a second. In the main series, he used it against.
Wait, when is it used in the movies?
We'll get to that. In the movie, he used it against Boo.
Yeah.
If you're counting non-canon, he used it 3 times. Once against Fat Boo, once against Boo Tanks, Boo when he absorbed Go Tanks, and then once against.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Against.
So.
Boo.
It's been a bit since Boo Saga, so.
Yeah. Against Majin Buu, he wasn't trying to win. He straight up said, "Hey, I want the kids to do this." Freaking idiot. It was morally, it was the right move. Thinking ahead. He was thinking ahead.
Yeah.
But he did not think. He was thinking about Gohan. He thought the kids would be like Gohan. You know, they'd get the job done. But he also forgot that Gohan slacked off on his training. And then, Go Tanks, it was literally there just to be cool. No use.
That's about it.
Against Boo Tanks, Goku used it to buy time. So Gohan could find the Batara area, which that's fine. Not really a win or a loss. We knew Goku couldn't do it in that form. Kinda sad. Which, I mean, we get Mystic Gohan's next, ironically, for Ultimate. And then against Kid Buu, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was really cool against Kid Buu. It was a really back and forth fight with lots of wacky things. Majin Buu's abilities made it pretty unique. And then Dragon Ball Super, it's literally, hey, look at this one. Oh, look, I can grow my hair. Hey, Trunks, look at this. A Super Duper Saiyan. Oh, it's pretty cool, huh? Hey, Khalifa, look at this. Oh, this is Super Saiyan 3. The next form is Super Saiyan 2, which is form that you have. But I'm too tired to use this, even though I'm going to use God in like 5 more minutes. So, yeah, it only makes a cameo in the Tournament of Power. Sorry, girls. I'll thank you later. This is cheap.
And then there's also the appearance during the Battle of Gods arc.
Yeah,
which, if you can counter that, because Beerus just taps him on the shoulder and down he goes.
Yeah.
Like it.
I kind of blame that on Super Saiyan God though. It was like it has to go.
Yeah. Plus, it was also kind of just to show Beerus's power compared to Super Saiyan 3, because like at the time.
On Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, like because like at the time, you know, Super Saiyan 3 was the strongest Super Saiyan form for Z and the beginning of Super. And I kind of see that as like showing how like insignificant it's gonna be for Super. Like it's not needed for the series because they don't use it.
Yeah, it's only used to show off this point.
Yeah, like he shows it off to Trunks and he shows it off to Kefla.
Gotenks used it in the Pafu arc. The one where we got copy Vegeta.
Oh yeah, I forget about that. I forget that arc exists.
Yeah, GT. Well, you want to do GT or the movies first? Just to get all the bad
the movies, because I'm curious.
Let's get all the bad stuff out of the way first. GT. Goku used it. God. Kid Goku used it against Super Saiyan Baby Vegeta. Now, okay, you remember how Gotenks had no trouble handling form, and Goku is like gajillions times stronger at this point than Gotenks was? Yeah, Goku can't even hold it for like 10 seconds. He's like, what the f***'s going on? And then Baby's like, oh, wow, you're fucking weak. And then Goku came back, he's like, hey, I have a tail now. It's like 9 inches long, just like mine. Nope, I'm cutting you off. And then he cut Goku off. And then Goku's like, what the f***? My tail's as long as my power pole. What the hell? I really did like that. That was more of like a tail thing, not Super Saiyan 3. But the fact that a tail like balances out the stamina drain, I thought was really cool.
It does kind of make you wonder how much more useful the form would have been if Goku still had his tail during like
any stamina drain.
Say the Buu saga.
And then we get to the movies. So there's movie 12.
I don't remember.
Movie 12. Fusion Reborn.
What's that one? Fusion.
With the giant
giant
fat jelly bean monster. That was really cool.
I want to watch that movie.
That is my favorite transformation in the whole series. When Goku is going Super Saiyan 3 against Janemba.
I know what I'm watching later now.
Oh, it's so cool.
I've watched like I watched Fusion Reborn with you. I enjoyed that movie.
Honestly, after this, you want to stream it on your side? I'll watch it with you.
How long is Fusion Reborn?
It's like 2 episodes put together. It's pretty much every movie.
That's fair.
It's not even an hour.
It's like almost an hour or something like that. That's fine.
Anyway.
Just leave that in.
But then he gets mollywomped by Super Janemba, which is okay. Because he transformed. Base Goku wasn't
more
enough.
Transformations that aren't added.
He went to Super Saiyan 3. He beat the enemy, and then the enemy transformed. So it's okay that Super Saiyan 3 lost, because the enemy transformed. Like, Super Saiyan 3 did its job. It beat Fat Janemba.
Yeah.
And then they fused. And then we get Wrath of the Dragon, movie 13.
Oh yeah, it's been even longer since I've seen that, because
the one, if I don't, who will? Dragon Fire, which was, it's way cooler when it was called Dragon Fist, by the way.
Yeah, it was like, when it came to Wrath of the Dragon for me, I watched that was around the time I was watching a lot of the Dragon Ball movies again. So I watched the Cooler movies, Slug, World's Strongest, insert Dragon Ball movie here, not the Broly movies, especially Bio Broly. God, it's garbage. I'm asking for it. But it was around that, it was like 2 or 3 days that I was watching all these movies.
Honestly, I didn't think BOG was that bad.
It's not bad, it's just, I don't care for the look of Bio Broly. It's just,
Bio Broly. I thought you said Battle of Gods.
Yeah. No, Battle of Gods I enjoyed. That was good.
Especially, like, I will not let you destroy my world! That was really cool. And the soundtrack. Give me power, 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 power. Da, 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 da,
good song, good song.
But,
Wrath of the Dragon, I watched it, but I was also, the day I watched it, I had a lot of stuff to do, so I was, like, kind of watching it in parts almost, so I'd watch, like, 10 minutes of it, go do something, watch 10 more minutes of it, like, I want to watch it all the way through again.
I pretty much memorized that movie, at least by seeing.
I believe that.
Because when I was a kid, it was the only Dragon Ball movie I had. Wrath of the Dragon was my introduction outside of the video games to Dragon Ball Z, and I had a 10-day road trip to California. So
that's a lot of Wrath of the Dragon, man.
7-year-old ADHD child can only be kept if he's sat down in a semi-truck if he is entertained. Now, let me tell you, rewatching Wrath of the Dragon, Bionicle, the Golden Mask, and something else. I forgot the other movie. Kept me very
Transformers, probably.
Yeah, you know, it might have been. That might have been.
Actually, probably. Let's just assume it was Transformers.
Back then, the first Transformers movie didn't seem like shit. But that's not what this tier list is about.
Yeah. But I watched Wrath of the Dragon, and then I watched Fusion Reborn. After watching Wrath of the Dragon in parts, I sat down and was like, I'm not doing anything else until I finish Fusion Reborn. And then I ended up watching, like, 6 other movies that weren't Dragon Ball. They were, now I actually don't remember. It's been a bit. It was like 3 in the morning, so.
Right. Okay, so
you're getting off topic here.
Wrath of the Dragon was really cool, but the Japanese name explains it all. If Son Goku can't, who can? The Dragon Fist. The defeat was because of the Dragon Fist, not because of Super Saiyan 3. Gotenks goes Super Saiyan 3, gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, like Super Saiyan 3
so while it was a cool
may have helped, but
Goku could only do it as a Super Saiyan 3. So I guess you could say that it was a Super Saiyan 3 thing. But
I kind of see it as he was using Super Saiyan 3 for the power-up to ensure that it would work.
Well, that's what it's for.
Kind of, you know, the whole Spirit Bomb situation of like, it only kills movie villains. To be honest here.
Using that logic, though, Super Saiyan is only used so that the Goku makes sure he has the power to beat the villain.
That's every transformation. What
Exactly.
do you mean? Well,
okay, so
not 3.
After discussing this, I still think it's above Super Saiyan. That is just my personal opinion.
I agree. I have it top of A tier, maybe bottom of S tier, because I like I said, I really enjoy the power up of both when he's showing it to Babidi, where he's just like he's going through the different forms.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put it at the top of A under Z, the top of A, not in Z, because we're coming up to the transformation that's going to be in Z tier, I think, or S tier situation. I see 2 transformations that belong up there.
2? Well, I guess technically it's the same transformation, more or less, but
we'll discuss it.
We'll talk about it. Mystic Gohan.
Yeah, Mystic Gohan, and then
Gohan.
Yeah, Gohan gonna go ham. Mr. Satan, you stole his credit, but he stole your girl's virginity. Ooh.
Oh, but is he going full ham cheese sandwich?
I think he's more of a turkey guy, to be honest. Like, you don't.
I'm gonna make a sandwich after this.
Maybe, yeah, I'm gonna sandwich after.
I have pepperoni.
Sorry. Gohan. Well, Gohan is kind of like every comic book ever. You either go on or you go home. And
he does both.
I like the concept of Ultimate Gohan, all of his potential at once, but it's just his normal form, but a bit shinier. It's kind of like the Mastered Super Saiyan thing.
I honestly don't know where I would put this, because I've only seen bits and pieces of the Buu arc, as you know.
It doesn't get anything done, if that's what you're
asking. Like, so it's Super Saiyan 3. But no, Gohan.
Super Saiyan 3 gets
actually, Super Saiyan 3 gets things done, but like...
Ultimate Gohan is used against Super Buu, Beerus, and in the Tournament of Power. Which, if we're adding the Tournament of Power, he actually gets some dubs, so... bodied, useful. I would place Gohan, Ultimate form, or Mystic, top of D tier, and move Kaioken to the bottom of C. Because we were debating Kaioken, top of C, bottom of D. Right now, I'm trying to keep it at most 3 though. I'm trying.
Yeah, just so we're not like, because like realistically speaking, we could just be those people and just put them all in C tier. We like all of them. Screw it, but no, Broly exists, so, you know.
Hey, every Saiyan transformation, Bio Broly's not on here, but I mean, I think we all know where that would go, so.
I don't think there's a tier on this list low enough.
That's what we have. No, that's what we have Z Broly here. Z Broly will represent Bio Broly. F tier where he belongs.
Wait, which one?
We can use Z Broly as our representation of Bio Broly.
Wait, which one though? Is it just the one where it's just pure chest?
There's only one Z Broly.
I'm so lost.
The one in red is from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, the one we already have down there.
Yes.
Okay.
God, why do I call you my friend, not knowing the basic Dragon Ball shit? How dare you not know everything about Dragon Ball Z? Fake fan. Well, anyway, stop and restart this recording.
Yeah.
Alright, next. Golden Uzaru. You haven't watched YouTube, have you?
Gonna disappoint you. Haven't. I've seen parts of Z, but I don't remember anything.
Okay.
Because the parts I've seen of Z were, again, at like 4 in the morning, and
so
my brain
I'm gonna make this
functions less.
I'm gonna make this short because I want to get to Super Saiyan 4. It's the catalyst. It's like Fall Super Saiyan. It's just the catalyst to something better. And
so,
in the Z anime, this is what the Super Saiyan was. A giant golden Uzaru. That's what else makes this cool. Because when Vegeta was giving the flashbacks, you saw a giant golden Uzaru.
Yeah.
And in GT, here it is. Therefore,
yeah.
I place it above Fall Super.
I agree. I agree to that.
Because of that.
Now I have to find. There it is. Like, oh, okay.
What's wrong?
You good? I was gonna say now I have to find Fall Super Saiyan for a second. I was thrown off. Yeah. I see it. I'm only a little disappointed in myself. It's okay.
All right, Super Saiyan 4.
And I've already placed it. Yeah.
What do we need to talk about Super Saiyan 4? This is
Return to Monkey.
Okay, if we're, like, do we need to call this the peanut tier? Because this is the peanut of Saiyan transformations.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Every new rule.
I won't change it on my end because there's no point.
New spiritual peanut.
I think what's funny is we didn't touch on it in either.
Every tier list needs a spiritual.
We didn't touch on either tier list video that we've done so far, but I do have it open on my end for visual representation for myself.
We might have mentioned this.
I don't think we did. I don't think we mentioned it in the other one. I mean, it's kind of
an hour long, so who knows?
Oh, we're longer than that. We started at like what, like 52. Now we're at like 11.
40, so just like a little over.
Oh god. Okay, let's.
Well, a lot of these,
no.
A lot of these forms coming up, I don't think we'll have to talk about it as much. But Super Saiyan 4. First off, design. Let's get off. The best looking Saiyan transformation. This is a very hit or miss because some people are like, that's just a bird. And my response to those people is, you're the same people who like Uzaru, which is just a giant.
It's true furry.
Super Saiyan is just Goku, but with spiky yellow hair. Super Saiyan 2, it's just Goku with slightly spikier hair. Like, none of
it's not even spikier. It's just.
If you really want to be that basic about it, not all
Super Saiyan 2 is Super Saiyan with static electricity.
Yeah. If we want to be that basic about it, all these transformations should be an F tier. But they're not.
Yeah. They're not. Like, they have reasoning and stuff behind them, besides one of them. We don't talk about it.
The gold eyes, the red, crimson, somewhat pinkish fur, like, shows power. Red, a color representative of power.
He's got even more hair than he does in Super Saiyan 3, which means he's powerful.
His hair is black, like his base form. So,
yeah.
Very different. Those golden Uzaru eyes showing his primal furies. His change of clothes, which
We don't question.
We don't know why his clothes change color, but it's there.
I mean, to be fair, Super Saiyan 3, I mentioned it earlier. He loses his eyebrows.
He's grown them back. That's how you know he's more powerful than Super Saiyan 3. He moved it all over his body to protect it. And then, of course, it makes him an adult, which, like, in GT, because it is a Super Saiyan 4 trait, and it only appears in GT, I think we can, like, mention this. It really, like, also helps to show that power. It's like, you're not dealing with a little brat anymore.
Isn't a good chunk of GT...
He's a kid for all of GT.
Okay, I was trying to remember if it was all of it, or... Well, I guess not technically all of it, because, like, when he's Super Saiyan 4.
If he wasn't a child.
But
Super Saiyan 4 doesn't appear until, like, halfway through the series.
Yeah.
And then...
Like, that's the only time he's not a child, though, is when he's Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, and, like...
But even then, it's only...
It's the
during the fight.
It's the hand. The gloves are coming off. You don't want any of what I am now. I'm going all out with this one. You know, since I'm making the voice, that deep, powerful, kind of scratchy, but it's just such a good voice. It really shows you.
It's like Batman. It's like Batman if he was a monkey. I mean, the Saiyan.
Monkey Man. Saiyan Man. Great Saiyan.
Great Saiyan.
Batman
God.
Is Gohan confirmed. Gohan is Batman confirmed. Exposed video.
I mean, he does have access to a lot of money in two different sources of Bulma and Satan.
CBR files.
Mr. Satan. We should probably continue before we get more off topic.
And then there's the attacks. Now, I gave Super Saiyan 3 credit for the Dragon Fist, because it could only be done as a Super Saiyan 4. I didn't give it the Final Flash to Vegeta because it didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 4, there are techniques only used in Super Saiyan 4. Now, the Dragon Fist was used in Goku's base form, but the 10 times Kamehameha. Super Saiyan 4 is so powerful that it's 10 Kamehamehas. Probably Super Kamehamehas. It turns red because of how strong he is.
I'm thinking Spartan Laser Kamehameha.
Mm-hmm. And then there's also just other drawbacks to this form. Like, he can survive 10,000 degree temperature, which can be done with Ki Control, but Goku doesn't do it with Ki Control. It's just his body. Like, in Dragon Ball Super Broly, they're in the lava. That's due to his Ki. Super Saiyan 4, he just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Even, like, during Super, after the worst power scaling arc that is Goku Black, doesn't he wear, like, a special suit to go to, like, the core of the Earth?
Yeah.
For Bulma? So, like,
the closer you
like,
get
in
to
his
the
base
core,
form...
The closer you get to the core, the hotter it gets. But still, 10,000 degree temperature not affecting Goku? Like, damn. His body...
My question here with the degree, is it Celsius, Fahrenheit? Like, I would assume Celsius just because, like, originally
I mean, I can check.
The anime originated in Japan.
I can check, but I'd have to go through the episode, so...
Yeah.
Take a hot minute.
But like 10,000 Celsius is
There's you know, his body adapts on its own. He can see without his eyes.
It's
let me give you a representation, because I don't know if you understand how this works. Omega Shenron or Sin Shenron threw a clock at Goku. This clock has no key.
Yeah.
And Goku is blind at this time.
Yeah.
So, he cannot sense this in any other form. And he casually grabs it with his hands.
Yeah.
And Goku himself also says that when I get hit by an attack, my body adapts and improves. Your attack won't work on me twice. Like, this form is so goddamn cool that it will slap your shit by it. Like, it will come off of Goku's body and fucking slap the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... Ugh, God. Any other like important thing I have to mention about this form? Even like fangasming.
Red Tail.
Red Tail. His fur is red.
Yeah.
Vegeta's hair. Vegeta's fur is a different color. It's kind of weird. There's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Yeah. Is that our next form, or am I seeing things?
We don't actually know what form Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is. You know,
we
will go on to that by talking about this next form. This is full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Okay.
And then the next
I wasn't 100% sure on what it was.
So Super Saiyan 4 is a limit breaker, and this is kind of going on. There's another version called Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4. So this red one is canon. Ultra Full Power was basically, there was another Super Saiyan involved, if I remember correctly. Like another Saiyan, so it was like 4 Saiyans. It's kind of like God, kind of something that's the God ritual, which now that out, has nothing to do with the God ritual, but is really cool. That Gogeta had red hair. If you add, there's Goku, and then Goku fused with Vegeta.
Yes.
Goten, Trunks, and Gohan gave their energy to Goku.
That's 5 Saiyans.
That's 5 Saiyans, and Gogeta would make the 6th. The fact that he has red hair. He's not a Super Saiyan God, but it's one of those, like, it's a really cool coincidence. Like,
yeah.
Like, you look at it like that.
I'm trying to remember, GT came out before, like, way before Super, right?
Yeah, it came out, like, before the year 2000, like 1998.
Yeah.
But full power Super Saiyan 4... I really do this.
This is all you, by the way. This is all you. You are the GT expert between the two of us.
I'm gonna have to put this in the E tier.
Just because it's kind of...
Because it's it's just like full power Super Saiyan. It's just a it's the same form.
Bottom or top?
Top
of E tier.
It looks much cooler than full power Super Saiyan. Like,
yeah.
It has a reason to exist. But, so it can't be Broly tier.
Well, it does, but does it really?
It's just a recolor.
So wait. Are the Crush, like, Peanut and Wendy tiers for this just Super Saiyan 4 and Broly?
I mean, well, we don't need a spiritual Wendy tier, but we do need spiritual Peanut tier is Super Saiyan 4, yes.
Okay, well, technically speaking.
New Wattpad fanfiction, the Peanut and the Sand.
Please no.
Crush X, Dragon Ball Cross.
No. We're talking about God now. We're talking about Super Saiyan God and how useful it was for a series.
I am kind of curious what I could do with that.
I know what you can do with that. You can do a lot with that.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't know what I could do with that, but it's one of those things.
Check out his other channel.
It's one of those things where it's like, now that I've made the joke, joke what if coming up soon? SMDBZX Productions. Go subscribe. Oh god.
Anyways. Oh, you okay? Okay. You were silent and I thought the thing happened.
Yeah, sorry. Some spit went down the wrong pipe and I had to take a drink and end this recording real quick. Okay, time for the
Red.
Dragon Ball Super Shit Trio.
Super Saiyan Red.
Super Saiyan Red. Below Kaioken.
Yeah.
And I'm not moving a Kawaii Broly to B tier because I just don't think you can make it there.
No. Like, I like the aura, but it's just Super Saiyan with red.
If you asked me this like 2 years ago, I would have put him in F. A lot of especially in the anime. Like,
because it
pretty
really
much doesn't exist in the anime. The only reason I have it in C tier is because the manga. He uses it against Hit. He switches between God and Blue. in the manga.
I know, if I remember correctly, TOP, he flashes into it like he does Blue.
Yeah, that came from the manga.
But he does it with Blue more than he does with God.
Like, he's in Blue a lot more than he's in God. Like, you don't use that tactic very much. But, yeah, nothing much more to say there. Also, I just don't like God Ki. This isn't really... well, okay, this does affect the transformation. This is about the transformation. God Ki. It's hyped up to be this, like, oh my god, God Ki. The next level. Mortal Ki cannot reach the top. Literally, everyone they fight, even though their base form is as strong as Super Saiyan God Goku, everyone they face is stronger than their base form by fucking miles.
Jiren, Hit, Topo,
Kaba, the Universe 6 Saiyans.
Yeah, by TOP, yes.
No, maybe. Kaba was equal to Vegeta's base form, which is stronger than Super Saiyan God Goku was in the Which that's ridiculous.
That's
if you told me they were like maybe Cell level, I could see that.
Yeah.
They're peaceful. They've been alive a lot longer. I can see that.
To me, when it came to seeing the Universe 6 Saiyans, it made me think of watching JoJo, and they go, seeing the characters go from the super buff way that they're drawn to Giorno. Like, I like Giorno's design, but the super skinny, like, yet buff look of him just, it felt weird compared to, like, Part 3 Jotaro and Joseph and Avdol and all of them, like, it just, like, I get it, the Universe 6 Saiyans are a quote-unquote, like, peaceful race compared to the normal, to Universe 7. But if they fight as much as they kind of hinted they do, with, like, trying to keep the peace and stuff, you would think they would have a little bit of strength. Not, like, muscles the size of, like, Nappa or Goku or Vegeta, but, like, at least something to kind of show for it.
Yeah. But instead they're drawing like fucking sticks.
Yeah. We're getting off topic again. This is every time.
Okay, these next three forms. Okay, Blue Kaioken and Rose. I'm gonna speed blitz this, okay?
Okay, Blue, go.
Blue, bottom of D. Blue Kaioken, top of D. Rose, above God, below Kaioken.
I agree. I like the look of Rose.
Yeah, literally the only reason Rose is so high is because I love the way it looks.
I do too. I love the pink. I love the, like, purple, pink, crimson aura.
In concept, it's really cool. It should be purple because it's red and yellow, or orange.
Yeah.
Is it purple or orange? I don't know. Purple is red and blue.
I know colors.
I don't remember. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be orange. When you combine red and yellow, you make orange. So Super Saiyan
One of these days, I'm just gonna put a color wheel on my wall.
Super Saiyan Blue is supposed to be orange. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Blue Kaioken is Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. This does not come in handy aside from the first time. And the only reason it's on top of D tier is because it was really fucking cool when it first appeared.
Yeah, Blue Kaioken, its first use was versus Hit?
Yeah.
No, wait.
Really,
yeah.
Really fucking cool.
Because Hit just...
And then there was the key...
One shot
there was, like, the key sickness.
Yeah. Plus the combination of the blue aura and the Kaioken aura thing that it has. What's up?
I'm recording real quick.
Yep.
Sorry about that quick cut. I had to investigate something. I've got to turn on my light, so I'm going to do that. But anyway, yeah, there's the key sickness, the Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken, those appeared literally once to kick Zamasu in the face in the Black Saga.
I myself, the aura combination of Blue and Kaioken, I kind of like that. I get it. It's supposed to it shows both of them, but I did like the look of it.
Yeah.
Kind of representing them, whereas kind of going back to Super Saiyan. If it were the sense of like Goku used Kaioken, but you only saw the blue aura, you wouldn't be able to tell if he was in Kaioken unless you heard him say it. Same with like Super Saiyan 2. Unless you're really paying attention, or when the scene was drawn and animated, you wouldn't know if he's in 2 or 1. Super Saiyan 2 or 1.
Right.
Well, I saw 1.
They fixed that in Dragon Ball Super as well. Like,
yes,
generally you see electricity a lot. And since we're going over the Black Saga, Super Saiyan Rage, F.
Yeah.
Below Broly, we don't even know what the fuck this form is. It's Rage?
We only see it the once, too.
It's called...
One time.
No, Trunks uses it for the rest of the Goku Black arc after he unlocks it.
Well, that's the only time we see it though. Is we see it in that one arc, and that's it.
It's caused by Rage. Okay, then what about why anyone else unlock it? Why does it look like it has Gon Ki? Why? What the fuck?
Wait, isn't?
We have no idea what causes this transformation or why Trunks turned into it.
Isn't that how Super Vegeta became a thing? Was like Vegeta just got really angry along with developing his power and stuff?
No, Super Saiyan Grade 2 and 3 is literally just forcing yourself to power up by increasing your muscle.
Oh, okay.
Super Saiyan 1 and 2 are the only other transformations that involve Rage. We don't even know the official name of this form.
Super Saiyan Glow.
We call it Super Saiyan Rage because that's the fan term.
Yeah. Super Saiyan extra glowy hair. Blue.
Okay, the manga form.
Evolution.
You asked about this earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that one next?
Yeah. I actually really like this.
I don't know what form that is.
This complete Super Saiyan Blue.
Oh.
In the manga, they had Kaioken. However, in the manga, they did Blue differently. They did it where Super Saiyan Blue was really exhausted. Like, if this was manga Super Saiyan Blue, I probably would have placed it, honestly, on top of C, if we were just talking about the manga.
Yeah.
But in the manga...
So this is the manga's form of Blue?
No. Kind of.
No.
It's their version of Blue Kaioken.
Okay.
So basically, with Blue, it drains your stamina really fast.
Yeah.
So you started off at 100%, but you very quickly started powering down.
Yeah. Which, like, I know it's a, like, fan-made mod, but Dragon Block, it shows that too. Like, the Blue transformation drains your ki.
Yeah, like, so imagine a water bottle. Okay?
Yeah.
You have one hole at the very top, one, like, 3/4 down, and then one at the very bottom. It is going to drain much faster where those other holes are. But it's still going to be draining after you get to that point. It's basically what Super Saiyan Blue is in the manga. Your power percentage runs down very quickly.
Okay.
So, to combat this, Goku, instead of forcing his power to multiply, all the power he needed was there, he just held it in. That's why you don't see an aura. Completed Super Saiyan Blue is holding in the aura of Super Saiyan Blue inside your body. That way, you can constantly exert 100% of Blue's power.
Without the exhaustion. Or as much.
The problem is, it doesn't exhaust you, but it does what the Kaioken does. It tears your body apart. You're
keeping what is essentially a god ki inside of you.
It runs the same way the Kaioken does, only the opposite. Where Kaioken, you're exerting your power forward using extreme focus. You're keeping your power in using extreme focus.
Yeah.
And if you were to release too much of that power back out too soon, your body will fail.
Yeah.
Now, they did learn to control over this, and unfortunately, the concept was very short-lived. Not short-lived, but it wasn't very well executed, just like the Kaioken. However, the concept is pretty ingenious. Like, yeah. Honestly,
it's a neat concept.
I honestly,
like from what you've told me,
I honestly put this in B. Because it is the same. It looks the same as Super Saiyan Blue, but it has a good reason to look the same as Blue. And unlike with Mastered Super Saiyan, completed Blue is pretty much it's like let's see. It's kind of like Ikari to Azari.
Yeah.
It's a direct upgrade. So you don't really know anything about Blue, completed Blue. So if you put it in F tier just because you don't know what it is, completely understandable.
Based on what you've told me, I'm gonna put it, I would say, above false in terms of B.
I put it below just because it is just Blue, but with the aura held in terms of design. But your opinion, you haven't gotten that far yet. It is in volume 4 of the manga, so you got a bit of reading to go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
which I have time, kind of.
And this
Blue Evolution.
And then we'll move to the final section, the Tournament of Rejects. Okay, resuming our recording, or next recording here. The Tournament of Shit.
Yeah. Tournament of Convenience.
Blue Evolution. I like it more than Super Vegeta, but it really sucks. Now, UI Omen Goku, on the other hand.
Blue Evolution Vegeta feels... almost kind of feels like... they looked at Super Vegeta and was like, let's do this, but a bit better.
Let's do this, but with Super Saiyan Blue.
Let's do this, but it actually
like
have some impact.
Super Saiyan than Super Vegeta, in my opinion.
Yeah, myself...
See, and that's another reason why it's in B tier for me, because the concept was bulking. They even mentioned this in the tournament when Kepler did. Bulking up your muscles will not make you strong.
No.
And yet, there Vegeta goes.
I would say Super Vegeta, Blue Evolution, and like Super Trunks are kind of all in a similar area of they all have their downsides when they are used, but they also
that's the
have their use.
Blue Evolution has shown no downsides. It's just a straight 20 times power increase, if not higher.
I myself have put it above Trunks.
I put it below Trunks.
Super Trunks.
I put it below Trunks, but above Vegeta.
I can see that, yeah.
Because it's Super Vegeta, but better. But at least with Trunks, it had that narrative backing where Blue Evolution, it was just like, oh shit, Kakarot just acted Kaioken 20. I gotta pull something out of my ass.
Time for me to catch up. Time to play my catch-up card.
UI Omen Goku. Where? Before I tell you where I put it, where do you put Omen Goku?
So, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like you kind of would agree with me on this. Even though technically you could make the same argument for all the other forms. I kind of see both versions of UI as we need to power Goku up a little bit more, but not too much, so that he can fight Jiren a bit. But yeah, it's kind of almost a convenience. Like it was kind of just a convenient reason to
where you're coming from, but I do
again, like I
disagree.
said, like I said, you know, you could make the same argument for all the other forms. You know, Goku versus Frieza. Frieza had the upper hand. He goes Super Saiyan. Goku has the upper hand.
Okay, here's the thing.
Gohan and Cell.
Here's the thing.
Like, it's...
Where would you place UI, before I tell you, where would you place UI element? Or UI sign, whatever you want to call it.
UI without white hair.
Unmastered Ultra Instinct, even though it's technically not even mastered.
I don't know, really. Like, part of me wants to put it in D, maybe E, but I myself, I liked the blue Kaioken fight. Like, the use and the after effects. Yes, mastered UI, or UI also has those after effects of, like, Goku crumpling to the ground because it's quote-unquote a god technique that he technically shouldn't be able to use quite yet, because he's not a god, but kind of is because of, you know, Super Saiyan God.
His body and mind weren't ready.
Yeah. Again, I kind of want to put it above Blue Evolution, but below Gohan. But I don't know. Because I just see it as a convenient excuse to just power Goku up even more.
This is...
And just...
This is the first major disagreement we've had.
Yeah,
Crush,
it's gonna happen.
Some minor disagreement, but I place
Crush,
this...
we didn't have much disagreement.
UI Omen, I place above Super Saiyan. Let me explain. People... First of all, it's not a transformation. Mastered Ultra Instinct, that is definitely a fucking transformation. I'm going to change my fucking mind.
That was the other thing I
didn't mention as a transformation. Like, UI Omen is a technique, so technically it should be an F. But you know, like, counting Kaioken, we're gonna count UI Omen.
Yeah.
You don't.
That was the other thing that was kind of getting to me, but I was ignoring it.
They have been hinting at Ultra Instinct since the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
At the beginning, when Goku's fighting Beerus, he stops, he jumps back, and he's like, "What? My body just moved on its own." Like,
yeah.
Oh, you got good intuition. It's like, what the? I didn't.
Yeah.
My phone just died.
Oof.
And then there's, and then there's Whis. He's moving, like, seemingly without trying. And you're like, it could be he's just really fast. And explain, like, technique of God. I'm trying to teach you to move without thinking. Like, Whis is hinting at this throughout that whole show. And finally, Goku has pushed everything off the table. Nothing is working. It happens.
I'm trying to think. Is it Omen or Mastered when the stands are attacked?
That's Mastered.
Okay, it's Mastered. Okay.
Omen
when
is
Jiren
when the
attacks.
Spirit Bomb happened.
Yeah.
And then that effect, where like the flash of light came into the air. Goku slowly stood up, really stiff. A slow turnaround, and then just the blur effects and the way he just like it blurred together. He grabbed Topo and Dispo, just casually threw them to the side. The intensity is silver eyes. It's really cool. I love the design. Is so simple, yet it's so telling. You can tell he's like a completely different person. Plus, they've been hinting at it the whole time. It looks sleek, and it looks like what it's supposed to be, a technique. And the effects they use are only for Ultra Instinct. They don't use it for even Gogeta Blue, who's debatably stronger.
Yeah.
And while the power scaling is wacky, that's for all of Super.
That's all of Super, though.
And then,
like,
it's more of a Goku thing, but you see every time he goes Ultra Instinct, he like slowly learns more and more about
Yeah, because he turns into it 3 times?
Yeah, first against Jiren, then against Kefla, and then against Jiren before mastering transformation.
Yeah.
Or dumping in the fire, either way. And in the manga, Goku learns to activate Ultra Instinct Omen, and it's very stamina heavy, because Omen is only half of Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
So, like, he can dodge, but he has not put his whole mind. So his mind and his body are synced up, but they're still fighting each other. So it's like really draining.
Yeah.
And in fact, since this is clearly a technique, he's able to use that on his normal forms now. Omen. Like, he uses it in, like, Super Saiyan Blue, which is how it was meant to be used, as a technique.
Yeah.
Which,
similar to the use of Kaioken.
At some point, it's going to be like Master Super Saiyan, where you're going to forget that he's even using Ultra Instinct. But, as of right now, is above Super Saiyan 2, maybe even Super Saiyan.
Sorry, I hurt my face.
But, yeah.
So, I've been moving it around, kind of comparing it to different forms based on where I had it sitting to start with, you know, below Mystic Gohan, or Ultimate Gohan, whatever you want to call it. Kind of comparing it to the different forms, their appearances, their impacts, and honestly, I do agree with you that it does. I was kind of back and forth on whether or not, you know, above or below Gohan, but it doesn't make the fight one-sided, like Super Saiyan 2 does for Gohan. Like, it does.
And even if,
like, you could argue at times it does, but not really. When
if, you know, Goku does lose the fight when he first transforms, it makes sense. This is the first time Goku's tapped into this form.
Yeah, like, yes, it's not a Saiyan transformation, but Golden Frieza, the same thing happened. You know, it was Frieza's first time technically fighting with it, especially against Goku or Vegeta, I guess, as well. I don't know if you can count that as a fight.
And, unlike Golden Frieza, though, Goku, kind of like Super Saiyan, didn't have time to figure it out.
Yeah.
This is the first time he, aside from Super Saiyan 4, this is the first transformation he tapped into to survive.
Yeah.
He would have died if he did not access Omen.
Plus, with Goku's fighting style of kind of changing it up as he fights, while he's fighting, trying, you know, kind of, he adjusts as he fights. You know, UI really fits him, whereas, like, you know, Gohan, it doesn't work for him at all, because Gohan analyzes everything.
It's the same problem with Vegeta. They're too analytical.
Yeah.
So, with everything I've told you, my explanation, where do you place Ultra Instinct?
After considering it, and us kind of talking about it more, I guess more so you than me, I put it above Gohan Super Saiyan 2.
So you agree with me? Honestly,
mainly,
like, I feel like you could make the argument that it's above Super Saiyan, but because you can make that debate, I'm just putting it in the middle.
I would say they're kind of, I wouldn't say one's really above the other. I would say they're kind of on even ground.
Well, okay, well, my thing is Super Saiyan is definitely better than Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like, UI and Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
They're kind of on even ground.
And Ultra Instinct Omen hasn't had a whole lot of time to shine, at least in the anime. So it hasn't had a chance to ruin itself. Like, it's completely possible that...
Like other forms.
It's completely possible that, like, Give is going to get the Kaioken treatment, and we just drop it down to, like, C tier.
Yeah.
Now I'm a sad boy, because I love Ultra Instinct Omen, but...
Master Ultra Instinct.
It's just like
Super Saiyan white hair.
It's just like Super Saiyan 4. We went up so much just to drop down so far.
Mm-hmm.
Mastered, Ultra, disappointment.
Master Cheese Instinct.
First of all, just my opinion, the silver hair does not look as good as the black hair. Okay?
No. I like the look of Sign over Mastered.
On top of that, yeah, like, I prefer Sign. On top of that, this is very clearly a transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get that
one of the main signs of transformations, at least for the Saiyans, was the aura change, but mostly the hair color. You know, Super Saiyan, gold hair, 4, I guess technically red body hair.
Yeah, and the reason Kaioken doesn't fall into this category is because the red hair does not stick when the aura comes out.
Yeah, and the only reason the hair is quote unquote red
is because of the aura.
Is it's not his hair, it's his aura.
Mm-hmm. Like, you can even see it's only the tips of his hair coming
Yeah. The same thing even goes for the image we have of Super Saiyan 4. That could also just be lighting for that image.
Oh no, that is
Z.
It is
It is red.
The full power Super Saiyan 4 is shown off with that red glow. It is used in It is used in official media.
Okay.
But yeah,
Mastered.
It looks inferior. I gotta say, the fight is also inferior. Like, I know we're not supposed to be, like, we don't really look at the fight per se, but Goku's the only person who uses it. I think.
Well, fights go into usage, which is kind of what we're looking at a little here.
And of course, there's the ending to the form where it's more of a fault of Goku, but like he has the chance to finish it off, really show that Ultra Instinct power.
Yeah.
And then he just stops. He stares. And it's just like, are you serious?
Yeah, it just...
It's such a nut tap. Like, my balls have been dry.
Honestly, below Mastered Super Saiyan for me, because it's just... I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool, but Sign looks so much better.
Okay.
And because it's originally a technique, Sign fits more.
I think it belongs at the bottom of D, just because the Angels are always in Master Ultra Instinct and their hair is white. Therefore, to explain that Ultra Instinct is white, Goku would need some type of ascension to get that white hair. This is kind of a fault on Ultra Instinct. Like, honestly, maybe if they did Master Ultra Instinct later, I could have enjoyed it more. Because it's kind of like Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. There's barely any difference.
Yeah.
But we barely
I think Sign has a better design.
We get barely any time with the much better Ultra Instinct Sign form, which all three appearances were amazing, and then we got the, honestly, in my opinion, pretty boring fight with Master Ultra Instinct, which looks inferior.
Ew.
So, I place it at the bottom of D. That's just my opinion.
My reasoning for putting it at the bottom of E,
or at the top of E,
is
or bottom of D, because it is a necessary transformation.
Yeah. My thing is, I myself like the look of Super Saiyan 4, and then Master Super Saiyan doesn't really one-side any of the fights. It's just kind of there.
You know what?
Which, thinking about it,
I didn't think about how much I like the design. Yeah, you were right. Put that above Super Saiyan 4, above Master Ultra Instinct. Fuck you.
When you said you put Master GUI above it, I'm like,
puny god.
Realize what you've done.
puny.
So middle of E, or well, what's currently the middle, I guess, of E.
Yeah.
Because really, Mastered Super Saiyan just kind of there.
Mastered Ultra Instinct and Mastered Super Saiyan, I kind of care less which one's above the other.
Well, like Mastered Super Saiyan, you could argue Goku just dyed his hair.
God, the more I'm thinking about it, the further down I'm putting it. I like the concept of Mastered Super Saiyan. I don't like Mastered Ultra Instinct.
Just goes lower.
But I still like it more than Broly. I still like it.
Yeah. And our final one.
That was the final one.
Oh, that was the final? Wait a minute.
Master Ultra Instinct is the final one. What?
Uh-oh.
What do you have?
Do we have more confusion? Let's find the fuck out.
Let's find out the card facts.
This is what I have left. This was the image I was talking about.
At the bottom of E. We discussed this like an hour ago.
I was confused, okay?
This is why we do fucking screen share.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's compare our list here. I'm going to put on my screen share.
Okay.
The viewers can't